report so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets. Off the play fake. Wilson. That's caught left side. Ruckert with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
Well, let's talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Ojabo. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
61.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and that will keep this a 2-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The drive will start with an option going left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Second down at 5.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 33 yards.
And the Ravens have moved out in front.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to go down again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to... And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by wk1 Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keep pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. In motion left goes Jones.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Rolling to his left. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this just shy of the 20. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll only get this back to the 15-yard line. So that decision's going to cost him 5 yards.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're...
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And